Hi, my name's Mary Mulcahy. I'm talking to you from Canberra, the capital city of Australia. When the Berlin Wall fell on the 9th of November 1989, I was working as a lab technician in a school in Hobart while I took a break from my science degree to work out what I wanted to do for honours. My love of science has led me to work for CSIRO, the National Research Agency here in Canberra. At CSIRO, I am the head of CSIRO's Education and Outreach program, which allows me to do two things. One is keep my interest in science current, also my passion for education and ensuring that all Australians have access to high quality science education. When I was growing up, I really didn't have an idea about what I wanted to do. But I've always been interested in science, and in fact, I used to drive my mother nuts by asking why. And just because really wasn't good enough. So, although I didn't know what career I wanted to do or what job I wanted, I always knew I wanted to work in science. The wall that our research breaks is providing access to all Australian students to meaningful work experience, no matter where they live. Australia is a very large landmass. It's about 75% of the total size of Europe. Most of the population lives in the southeastern corner. That's about 50%, which means the rest of the population is scattered right across a very vast land. A lot of students in those remote and regional areas don't have access to work experience, and certainly not to science, technology or engineering or maths work experience. And so we developed an innovative program that allows students, no matter where they live in the country, to have access to work experience and to work with supervisors no matter where they are around the country. So what makes our program innovative is that traditionally a student would come into a site and one student would work with one supervisor. So what we've done is use online collaboration tools and things like web conferencing to enable groups and teams of students to work with a supervisor. Sometimes that supervisor is thousands of kilometres away from the students, and sometimes the students are thousands of kilometres away from each other. Another innovation is that traditional work experience means that people come to a physical site, but we all know, and particularly around COVID-19, that workplaces are changing and actually people can work remotely from their office. So what we're doing is preparing students for their future workplaces, not current workplaces. So one of the societal benefits of our research is that work experience is one of the #1 influences of students on their subject choice at school, into higher education and as a career choice. So it's really important that every single student has the opportunity to undertake meaningful work experience. It allows students from remote, regional or very remote areas in Australia to take part. It allows students who can't access physical workplaces, they may have a physical disability, and it allows students who would like to do work experience with organisations who, for security or safety reasons, can't have students come onto site, undertake work experience. So our vision for this program and for our research is that we would have students from Australia undertaking work experience at NASA, German students undertaking work experience with our Australian Antarctic researchers, for example. So it would break down the barriers around the world and enable students, no matter where they are, to do work experience with supervisors, no matter where they are. So the questions and challenges that remain unanswered are, how do we scale this from tens of students to hundreds of students and potentially hundreds of thousands of students? How do we take this from being science, technology, engineering and maths based and take it to every other discipline? And how do we bring in emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, to ensure that students who want to do hands-on work experience, like in a laboratory, can also take part in the program? So when Australian students can do work experience supervised by someone on the space station, that's when I'll sleep well at night. So my best friend is a school teacher in Tasmania. That's almost 900 kilometres away from where I am here. She's passionate about education and she's passionate about ensuring that every student has high quality education and the opportunity to take part in it. She loves this project.